What's up, Gatekeepers? Welcome back to Weekly Soap Chronicles, your one-stop shop for all the drama, twists, and shocking moments from beyond the gates. I'm your girl, Phil, and today I'm breaking down the July 15th episode, and it's a lot to unpack. But before I dive in, I need you to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Let's get into it. So we kick things off with Dani Longlegs Dupree. She's meeting Vanessa to scout locations for her and Pamela's new modeling agency. Sounds exciting, right? But there's a catch. Dani's not sure if she should step back into the spotlight herself. She's worried a comeback could flop and ruin her legacy. The modeling world can be brutal. But Vanessa, being the ultimate hype woman, tells Dani she's got what it takes to inspire both new and seasoned models. So what do you think, Gatekeepers? Should Dani take the leap and show the world she still got it? I think so. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Next up is Naomi, who comes home from visiting June at the hospital. Jacob is barely paying her any attention because he's still thinking about his recent talk with Smitty, telling Naomi that her cousin may be in way over his head. Jacob brings Naomi up to speed on the Martin Malone situation and says, I think this whole situation is coming to a head. But Naomi is more preoccupied with June and the mystery of her past life. Jacob encourages Naomi to call the number on that photo again. Now remember, when she called that number before, the person hung up on her. So this time she says, okay, I'm going to call again. Hi, my name is Naomi Hamilton Hawthorne, and I'm just calling to see if you know somebody named June. I'm not even sure if that's her real name, but click. Wait a minute. No, they didn't just hang up on me. Okay. Jacob say, call back. So she calls back. And this time, the person on the other end says, don't call this number again. My sister is dead to me. Click. What? Sister? So now we know at least she got a sister, right? The plot thickens. So now we move on to Smitty, who takes matters into his own hands and confronts busboy Kenny at the park. Looking for me? Why have you been hanging around my kids? Shouldn't you be asking your husband that question? Matter of fact, tell him he missed the deadline and I want my money tonight. Oh, so this is blackmail. I bet you thought your hubby was going to be the hero of this story, didn't you? Sorry to rock your boat, but he's the bad guy of this tale. And then turns around and walks off, leaving Smitty standing there like, what? And confused and pissed because he doesn't know the real story. Okay? Meanwhile, Samantha fills Tyrell in on all the drama, including how busboy Kenny was using him to get to Martin. Tyrell's in denial, but Samantha's like, nah, bro, this is real. Smitty comes home, but he's barely talking. I know you guys have a lot of questions. I'll do my best to answer all of them. I just need a minute first. He goes upstairs. He comes back downstairs with Martin's suitcases, telling the kids that he can't have Martin staying at the home right now. I'm sorry, but I don't have a choice. So, of course, the kids are like, oh, no, you can't kick daddy out. Samantha's like, oh, it's all my fault because I should have been talking to busboy Kenny at the park. Smitty is like, no, it's none of your faults. It's neither one of your fault. Okay, it's Martin's fault because he wouldn't tell anything and kept everything secret. And as far as he's concerned, Martin put them in danger by bringing this person into their lives and keep it secrets. This has to be done. But they don't realize that right at this very moment, Martin is getting ready to have a press conference. You see, something else he's doing and not bringing them in on it. It's just dumb. Finally, we're over at Orphe Jean's. Martin is preparing for a press conference. Vernon gets there and he's like, thank God I got here before it's too late. Martin insists that coming clean to the public is the only way to end this living nightmare. But Vernon is like, if you tell everything, it's going to put all of us at risk. You know, we didn't go to the police with none of this information. Don't nobody know nothing. What are you doing? Meanwhile, Bill goes to the casino to tell Joey that Martin is getting ready to hold a press conference. And Joey is like, what? So they both head on over to Orphe Jean's because they thinking that this dude is getting ready to start naming names. Okay? Bill gets to Orphe Jean's and Vernon tells him, I'm trying to talk him off the ledge. But the boy is thinking with his heart and not his head. Bill says to Martin, well, if you come on out with the truth, I'll be your defense attorney. But at the end of the day, won't Bill need a lawyer too? Okay, all right, so we ain't even think about that. Okay, so now Bill introduces Martin to the press, purposely stalling for time. Vernon notices that Malone is outside the diner holding a pum-pum to busboy Kenny's ribs. Martin takes the podium and begins his speech, but he's interrupted by Bill, who shows him a picture of Kenny unalived laying on the ground. It's done, he whispers into Martin's ear, bringing the press conference to a screeching halt. As confusion spreads through the reporters, Martin sits down to process everything he's just learned. So y'all, busboy Kenny is out of here. He is no longer in the land of the living. Okay? Crisis averted. And that's a wrap on today's Beyond the Gates recap. What an episode, right? Dani's big decision, Naomi's shocking discovery, Martin's press conference chaos, and Smitty's heartbreaking choice. It's all too much. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Should Dani return to modeling? Who is June's mysterious sister? And is Smitty right to kick Martin out? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. I'll see you next time on Weekly Soap Chronicles. Bye, Gatekeepers.